Germany has rejected a US-backed proposal to waive patents for COVID-19 vaccines. It says they're not the greatest constraints on production. And Berlin says it backs the goal of a worldwide supply of vaccines, but the main factors in production are capacity and quality standards. It says it is open to discussing the idea. The European Union says it is ready to discuss that waiver proposal. And this marks a major shift in the bloc's position on this matter. Tony Waterman has more from Brussels.
Europe has long contended that suspending intellectual property rights, essentially giving away the internal secrets of how vaccines are made, could stifle innovation and wouldn't necessarily fix supply problems or speed up global vaccination like supporters of the proposal claim. Brussels feels that the only way to solve these issues is by expanding capacity, which it is trying to do internally. But with the U.S. now backing these patent waivers, Europe and the U.K. are now pretty much the only major developed economies standing in the way. And with that in mind, Commission Chief Ursula von der Leyen said the EU is open to discussing all options on the table.
The European Union is also ready to discuss any proposal that address the crisis in an effective and pragmatic manner. And that's why we are ready to discuss how the US proposal for waiver on intellectual property protection for COVID vaccines could help achieve that objective.
The solution Brussels would ultimately like to see is the so-called third way, which has been promoted by the new WTO Director General Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Now, under this approach, vaccine manufacturing would be licensed to countries or companies based on multilateral rules, which supporters say would ensure adequate supplies while also protecting intellectual property. AstraZeneca already has this type of agreement in place with the Serum Institute of India. But pressure is certainly mounting. Of the 1.1 billion vaccine doses administered globally, just 0.3% have gone to low-income countries. The rest are being snatched up by rich nations. And that is not sitting well with a lot of people here in Europe. The French and Belgian governments have already signaled their support for these waivers. And this issue is going to be front and center at a leaders' summit in Portugal this weekend. Tony Waterman, CGTN, Brussels.